YouTube, what's up? It's your boy ZooTheBarber. Today I'm finna show you how to do a regular casual cut with a nice taper with a beard.
Stop, man. You ain't got no cuddy.
You want to start off by combing out all of the waves. You want to make sure everything is even before you cut the hair to make sure the cut is all the way smooth and laid out in the right pattern. Now I start my 1.5 guard with the grain just to cut it and have it all the way open. And basically this is showing me the guideline of what I need to do when it comes down with the waves. And I'm not trying to go too extra hard on it. And instead of starting with a 1, you gotta have the 1.5 to basically see where you're going to, so then you could use the 1 to smoothen the waves out. Now I start with my 1 with the grain all the way open. Now this is the part is gonna make sure everything is laid down in the right direction. Not a lot of standoff hair, get all the extra bulks out. Even though the 1.5 did a lot though, but the 1 is actually gonna take care of the job, the most of it, and get it in the right direction of the haircut what we need to do. Now we start off with the first guideline right above the ear, so it won't be too high or too low. And he wants a nice smooth taper, and it gives it a nice curved look, so his C cups will stand out more. It's some people that like their fades higher than that. Like they don't really like the C cups, or they just want to have it straight up, or they just want the curve, and the curve will point out. But how he wants his hair is like the taper is very low, and he can have the curve part just pop out the most. Also want to give a shout out to my homies Bryan and Josh Cannon, man. They got a nice clothing store called 100 Degrees. They stuff will be right in the description. I'm telling you, they got the best material around. Like they top tier when it comes down to the city having everything. So I'm gonna make sure I put the stuff in the description. I want y'all to go check it out. Hit them up and be able to purchase you any type of merch, man. Now I go in with my 0 guard. Now I'm flicking with my corners. I'm not going in too deep. Now I'm going right where the center line is at, so I can be able to get everything I need. And then I will go up and just touch it every time, just to make sure everything is nice and precise, and getting every hair that needs to get cut. That's the main thing with this. You got to really be precise when it come down to haircuts, because if you don't, and you just leave anybody looking any type of way, and that's where you get the bad reviews, you get the bad rep in the city. And you don't really want to do that. You want to be able to put the best product out and give the best results in your haircut. It don't matter who you are, how old you is, how any type of things you do, so you gotta really put yourself in a pedestal and give yourself a real good standard, because you know, if you don't do the job, somebody else will. And it's the best way of you doing it yourself. You get the recognition and you'll be happy about the results you have at the end. So always keep that in mind and really stay focused on a lot of things. Now I start off with the back taper. I set my first guideline. And I will say that the Slim Pro lines with the GTX blade is one of my favorites. You know, they clean the hair up real good. It's nice, smooth. As long as you use them for certain things, you don't really use them for your main thing, because if you use your main thing, your blade will get dull real bad, you know. And that's one thing you don't want to do, because then it's gonna burn out real fast, you know. So I would recommend, like, the main things you would use is like the T outliners, the Wahl BaBylissPRO liners. It's a lot of detailers, you know. It's a lot of them that's really great and is good about what they're doing, and they get the job done, you know. So that's my main thing. So like that's a little pointer I will always want to stand out to show people, because some people will try to do it the wrong way and, man, end up hectic, and you gotta go keep buying clippers over and over again. So that's just a little pointer I always wanted to stand out with. Right here, I'm actually cutting the hair that's sticking up right there, right from where the curve part is at, because you don't want to taper the back of it and the bottom is everything perfect, and then it got the big fat clock of hair just right there on the top of it. I know that irritates everybody, especially when you feel like you're giving your best to a fade and you can't get that, you know. See how I'm doing it, and I'm lightly doing it. I'm not digging into it. You gotta really finesse it to basically build in and get that type of blend that you really want. You know, you gotta believe that you can be able to do it, because you know, you get discouraged on it. That's how you're gonna keep messing up, man. You know, you gotta keep practicing, keep doing it, and keep looking forward with it. You know, don't ever just look back and just say, I can't do it, I can't do it. Just keep pushing and doing it, you know, and eventually you're gonna get it. Right here is basically the right side of the haircut, and I'm basically fast forwarding. It's the same exact steps, you know, so I just sped it up a little bit so you'll be able to get the picture. And I also want to say rest in peace to my little cousin Steven Smith. You know, Big Steve, man, we love you, man. We just had your funeral today, and you was a good young man. You know, you had your head on straight and everything, and you did everything the right way in life. So everybody that's watching it, please comment orange and black hearts, man, for Big Steve, man, for real, because he was one of the hearts of our family, you know. So it was kind of a sad situation when he passed away, and I know everybody in our family is feeling some type of way though. So I just want everybody to be happy. You know, life is real short, so you gotta really just live your best life. excess hair that's in the front of his lining. You know, this is to give it the nice pop look. The hair won't overlap the lining and just give it the nice feel of it. And it make the haircut last longer, you know. Now I use the Red Alert wrapping lotion. This is one of the best wrapping lotions out right now. I promise you. They give it the haircut, everything it needs, you know, nice density, you know, nice volume. It gives it, you know, a shine. It gives everything, you know. It lays it down how it's supposed to and give the cut the right looks, you know. When you don't blow dry, you brush it. You see how smooth his hair looks now compared to how it just was. Now this I use my holding spray that I make, and I will leave my little ingredients I use in the description, because I seen a couple comments, people asking what type of holding spray I use. I will let you guys know, so we're gonna get it to that right there. Now I comb down the hair. Now it's time for the lineup. I make sure I'm in the right angle. I'm not going too hard, not too far up top, and I just hit them just one by one. I just tap. I don't go too hard. My liners are kind of sharp, so I don't be trying to go too extra crazy. And plus, I'm real light-handed anyway, so I don't really get that type of problem when people get leaving scars and all this stuff. Like, I don't do that. When I first started cutting hair, it was wild. So I'm just knocking everything down. I went to the opposite side and lined it up. Shout out to my boy SKATEBOARDCUDDY for this beat, man. This joint riding, bro. He from my city as well. You know, everything I'm doing, I'm trying to make it for Peoria. When it comes down to the sponsors, Peoria, music, Peoria, you know, the content, Peoria. So everything about me you gonna see is about Peoria, because that's the place I'm from, where I'm trying to really get everybody on, man. You know, every type of opportunity I get, they gonna have as well.
Stop lying. You ain't got no cutty.
investment card. You know, I use my air compressor I had ordered from Amazon. It's about like, it was $140 at the time. I don't know if the prices went up or not, you know, but it's a good investment to use. My next thing I'm gonna get is the beam team compressor. You know, I gotta get it, but I haven't got to it yet though. I don't know, but I'm gonna get it eventually though. But that's one of my main purchases I want to get. So you see now, I'm making everything natural. I'm not too close with it. I'm trying to make it as natural as possible. You don't ever want to go too close and make it look extra fake or extra crazy. You know, you want to give it the nice look that it needs. You know. Fibers. This is giving the extra touch of making it look more realistic. You know, sometimes the spray can have some type of effect that it just look kind of weird. So you want to basically double it with fiber, because fiber make it look more natural. You know, and when you do fiber, you can't just overdo it as well, because if you do, it get caked up. It looks fake. You get them moving around. It's coming right out his head. So you gotta make sure you put a right amount. Don't ever put too many pumps or hard pumps into it. If you do, it's gonna make the haircut. It's gonna throw the whole haircut off, you know. Now I trace over it with my detailers. These are the one-hitter quitters for real, man. Like you see, I just tap and go, and you see it give it that outstanding outline look already, and it's not even all the way done, you know. So that's what it should tell you about, like, these clippers, and especially if you set them in the right direction and you don't have the blade overlapping the teeth, man, I'm telling you, it's gonna give you the results you really need. I use it on a beard. You see how I angle it, you know, spray and go. Don't spray too hard. I spray light, so basically get a guideline so I can be able to spray over it more and know exactly where I'm going with it. So I go back over it, you know. It's everything is just, you take a step first, then you look at it again, take another step. And you can be on your way when it comes down to it. Now I go in with the Magic Barber pencil. Just give it the real nice contrast look. It's like a prom, a wedding look, you know, real special occasion look. And I really recommend anybody that likes that type of look all the time, I recommend you get this, man. You're gonna be very good and happy about what type of choice you make, because it pops out the lining 10 times better than what it usually be, you know.
Stop lying. You ain't got no cutty.
Now I go over with my TL liners. This is the part that makes it pop out 10 times more. You know, some people like leaving the line on. That's your opinion, and that's how you do it. And I don't got nothing to do with that. You know, people like it, they like it. I can't say anything, but I like to basically make mine fit in and blend in real good with the lining, you know. And it gives it a different type of look. And where I'm from, a lot of people like that. So I'm gonna just do what I need to do when it comes down to my clients, making them happy.
Stop lying. You ain't got no cutty.
Now this method is right here is the cleaning up, you know, using the one all the way open just to get the extra hair that's sticking up, especially if it came from the mousse, you know, if it curled up. So now I'm just giving it a nice brief clean up. You see I'm going where his pattern is. I go all the way up to the lining and everything. You see everything do not move. Everything is nice and sturdy. Just, you don't see nothing going crazy. You just see hair knocking down and getting in the right place, in the right motion. Look how good that fade is, you know. Look at the lining. You know, my technique is brought up from myself and watching others and not acting like I know everything and really studying the game. And I'm only 25, you know, I'm one of the youngest barbers in my city, and I actually sit down and watch everybody. Mess with it. Been a real one, YouTube, man. Stay tuned. New bangers coming soon, man. InZooWeTrust, we out, baby.